Okay, I need a photographer, preferably a female girlfriend, okay? Somebody that I can share some of this stuff with. Okay, I'm going to talk today about something that I do. Okay, everybody recommends that you take turmeric. They recommend you take ginger, cinnamon, all these different, what they call thermogenic. I'm going to try to pull up the right file here. But the point is they try to tell you to take this stuff, right? And thermogenic, okay? Thermogenic spices, herbs, nuts, oils, and foods. Okay. Understanding thermogenics, boosting your body's natural fat burning. Okay. Thermogenics refers to the process by which the body generates heat. Okay, generates heat. So let's just make it simpler. What this means is if you eat some really hot food, you get a rush, right? Your blood pressure goes up, maybe you start to sweat, something like that. Okay, so there's a lot of foods that do this to you. And basically, when that happens, what happens is your metabolism increases. So I have figured out a way to utilize a bunch of these, let's go back to it, spices, herbs, nuts, oils, and foods. But I'm going to talk today about spices and herbs, okay? And what they do is everybody tells you to everybody wants you to go use turmeric, but nobody gives you an easy way to do it. So I'm going to give you an easy way to do it. I got this bottle where I put water in, and I got a lid for it. But I'm not going to put it on the bed because if I spill it, it's going to make a huge mess. Okay, but this is how I do it. Okay, but the art of doing anything is making it so easy to do that you don't avoid it. So something that's so easy to do that you don't avoid it. So when I left the United States, I mixed up a whole bag full of this stuff, and after 30 days, I've ran out. So I've been trying to buy all the different types of different spices. So like this is garlic, it's ajo. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour each one of these into a bag, and they're almost all equally the same size, and not that much difference in quantities, but some of the stuff isn't that important if there's a little too much, right? So ajo, which is garlic, I'm putting it in this thing. Very difficult for me to actually chew on a garlic every day because, I don't know, it just drives me crazy. I do this. So this is ginger. I just put some garlic in there. These are thermogenic foods. They basically raise your blood pressure. They raise your metabolism. They raise everything. They make you get a rush, right? You're going to have things come to your face. Got different sizes here. This is paprika. I'm not going to put I'm going to put a little bit, I guess. But I'm cutting the tops off. And then maybe I'll put a little paprika. I've never used paprika, so I'm only going to put a little bit in there. I'm going to be real careful with that because I don't really know that spice and don't use it. Here is, again, ginger, but I've already added the ginger. Here is oregano, molito. So oregano powdered. It's not like a powdered oregano. These are herbs. And if you want to know which foods are this way, all you got to do is get on ChatGPT and say, give me a list of all the herbs and spices that are thermogenic. Okay, so, I bought an extra thing I bought 2 extra ones. It's so important that I take garlic that I bought some extra, okay? So I'm just going through there and telling you what it is. Pimienta negro. So this is black pepper, which you're supposed to be adding in with the turmeric to, triples, doubles, quadruples the value of your turmeric. So I'm going to put half of this bag in there and save the rest, okay? I eat a lot of pepper on my food, a lot. People get amazed at how much pepper I put on my food. Okay, so I have a little bag here. Canela is, in Spanish, this is cinnamon. So I'm going to mix this in the bag. Put it in the garbage bag. So I have a big garbage bag, right? And this stuff is hard to mix up. But these are, I had two different sizes of bags. One is bought at the Colombian store, Supermercado D, which is maybe a little better value for the money. And I got a bigger bag. So I'm putting two, but most of it I bought at different places. Two bags of cinnamon. Moringa. Now, I have never done this. This is the first time I've ever tried to do it. I wish it was more finely ground. But moringa, chlorella, and spirulina. I'd like to have powdered spirulina and powdered chlorella. And it's going to make it a little more difficult to drink, right? Okay, I got some pepper, which is whole peppers, which I was just playing with those things. Trying to figure out, let's see, what is this? This is black pepper thing. Now, the main ingredient in this is turmeric, okay? Now, everybody's going to go into some sort of blah, blah, blah. You got to buy this, you got to buy that. You got to buy something you can afford. You got to buy something that is available, okay? Going around trying to get all these things. You know, most people don't do this stuff because it ends up costing so much that they just skip it completely. Okay, I popped the lid open finally, okay, with my scissors. But this is the most important ingredient, and so I'm putting the whole bottle in there, okay? And I'll probably save this bottle. This bottle is kind of valuable. Kind of hard to find these things. I wish they were glass because now everything's in this bag. So what I do then is I just start mixing it up. And you can mix it up real easy. And it seems to be when the color all turns the same color, you basically have it pretty well mixed up. But I'm going to sit here and mix it for, quite a while. But I want to show you what I'm doing, so I'm not going to go crazy right now mixing it up but I suppose I'll just sit here and mix it up for 5 or 6 minutes. Okay, but I'm going to, instead, to save on time, I'm going to show you how I drink this stuff. Okay, so what I got is I got this water in the bottom of this, okay? And this stuff will give you a rush, okay? It gives you a rush. It is like medicine. You got to sit there and look at your food that you're eating as the nutrients, the jet fuel that you put in your body to pump you up. You can't really look, the worst thing possible is to look at food only as entertainment, because entertainment means that you're going to eat all the wrong things because it's going to have a lot of sugar in it. I'm eating food specifically as nutrients, okay? So I bought 6 of these little spoons. They're kind of nice. And it looks like I should have bought more moringa, okay? And what I do is, I'm not going to get enough moringa per spoonful, quite obviously. So I'm going to go buy some more moringa. And I just put a spoonful in there. I could, according to where I would just throw the spoon back into the mix, okay? I'm trying to do this with the least amount of time, but the most effective way. So I'm doing this in the sink, and I roll this up. Obviously I have a Ziploc bag, but I just put this above the sink and I don't close it up, so I got high speed. I just open this up, take a spoon out, put it into this water thing, and then I shake it. Now that's the hard part. It leaks a little bit because this is just an old Nescafe bottle, but I'd really love to find a bottle that was really good. So you just shake it, and that's like a blender, right? You're blending it. And then I just take it out and I chug it. Oh, and that is a rush. So I take my medicine, and that's how I do it daily. And I radically saved on the time of this by pre-mixing all these things, okay? And it's all set up, and I can keep adding more ingredients if I found it. I don't know, maybe the paprika. I looked everywhere for cayenne pepper because that's really one of the essential ingredients of this, and they don't seem to sell it in this country. But cayenne pepper has capsaicin, which is a specific thing that, again, is a metabolism booster. Okay, I'm Andy Lee Graham. I'm here and you're not. Why not? What I'm trying to tell you right now is you can boost your metabolism. So what do? I wake up in the morning, I put a spoonful of this into this, I shake it, and I do it. But I kind of got to go easy, right? This is a rush. And then I take a full glass of water, okay, to kind of let it settle in my stomach. I also take a mouthful of chia seeds and a mouthful of, I take chia seeds, which is a rush, flax seeds, which is a rush, and I take some ghee, coconut oil, and nutritional yeast, and a mouthful of apple cider vinegar, which is, again, a metabolism rush. But you got to balance this out. And so all day long, I take, and this is working out really good because it seems like my metabolism is high enough that I can eat pretty regularly. But I'm eating extremely well right now. All I'm eating is whole foods. And I take about 3 of those spoonfuls a day. But I may take I alternate it. So I have a whole bunch of pills I take, which is also a rush. When you put them in your belly, they're a rush to the system, right? So that rush, that flush feeling is what you're looking for, okay? And that flush feeling is the rise in your blood pressure, the rise in the metabolism, and the rise in everything. Now, everybody should be real careful here and not just go do this, okay? They need to really think it over and try to maybe just try turmeric and pepper, black pepper to start, okay? And then maybe add some stuff as you go. So start out slowly, okay? And you got to learn to take your medicine as nutrients. What the body is there's jet fuel for the body, and certain things do certain things. Food is medicine, okay? And any way you do it, it is the proper thing to add to your body. But the bioavailability of different things is also different. I mean, bioavailability is what gets past your stomach, what gets past the digestive juices, what can you actually use. But I'm using this as a metabolism rush, and I got something in there that's a little bit strong. Maybe it's the paprika, but that's, again, I'm testing out the paprika, right? You got to test it out to see how your body reacts to all this stuff. And the way you dilute it, though, is more water, right? So when you put it in your stomach, it goes in there, it does a rush, makes your metabolism rise. So a small spoonful to start. I mean, extremely small, and then you do it. But the effective methodology that I'm showing you is how to do this so that you can do it with the least amount of, headache, right? A lot of people get out a bullet, they get a blender, the blah, 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 blah. They sit there for 3 hours trying to make a concoction instead of just getting it done in 3 minutes, right? The quicker it is, the easier it is, the more convenient it is, the more likely you are to do it. Don't get me wrong, the taste of this. So like a lot of times I'll take this, then I'll take my nutritional yeast after it because I really like the taste of nutritional yeast. I'm Andy Lee Graham. There's an effective way to do your turmeric and pepper and ginger and cinnamon. Start out with those things. The cinnamon really takes the bite off of things too. I will recommend that. The more cinnamon you have, it kind of takes the softness off of things. But I'm Andy Lee Graham, trying to show you how to effectively get something done in the most efficient way so you actually do it. I'm here and you're not. Why not? I'm in the country of Colombia. I also did a special thing with all my supplement pills so that I can do it very fast every morning. I'll show you that process soon. One thing that world travel does, or living in a room does, and going from place to place fast, is you find a faster way to do things because you don't have all this space where you can just eat up your time doing crazy things. People in the United States just seem to spin their wheels. Instead of trying to find a faster way to do stuff, they lock into the worst possible way, then they end up quitting. It's like working out. The only thing you have to do, the most successful exercise workout, is when you show up. Not showing up is the only way you can screw up exercising at the gym. So join Planet Fitness, 24-hour fitness, but not showing up. And if you really want to be good at it, show up every single day until it's a habit. There's effective ways to do stuff, and I'm very good at finding the most effective way to get something done. I'm Andy Lee Graham, 114 countries, been doing this for 26 years.